So this week has been a bit of a strange one. I ended up getting sick with a stomach bug that knocked me off my feet for a few days. And I was initially going to turn a coffee table I have in the garage into a wargaming table for Kill Team. That didn't end up happening, so I'll take you through what I did instead. On Monday, I started by organizing my garage because I needed to clean up all the boxes that were left over from moving. This is when I got the idea for the coffee table being turned into a Kill Team table. You can kind of see the coffee table in the background, but I'll move it and you'll see it a bit more clearly in a moment. Once I got the garage to a point that I was happy with, I began working on a fire pit that had been in the garage for a while. Unfortunately, it was around this time that my phone died, so we'll move straight into cleaning my desk. Initially, this part wasn't going to be a time lapse, but it's Sunday and I'm still writing the script and I don't feel like chopping up and voicing over 2 hours of organization. As for the organizing itself, I started by cleaning up my workspace, putting things where they belong, and throwing away any trash, finding spots for everything that didn't need to be out in the open, and then I began putting my paint on these little shelves I bought a few months back. Unfortunately, I'm supposed to have 4 of them, but I accidentally demolished one, so it's a good thing that the paint only took up 3 shelves. Once I was done taking everything off my desk, it was time to put some stuff back on my desk. I have this large bit storage box, but I don't actually have any bits in it, so it's high time we fix that. I empty my box of bags of bits onto the table and start finding spaces for them to go into. I use my handy dandy label maker and put labels on different baskets with what I want to put in them. All things considered, this part didn't take too long, but I do have plenty more bits that need to be taken off the sprue and put into the bit box, so I do have a lot more work ahead of me. After I finished cleaning my desk, I started in on quickly painting an Invictor tactical warsuit. I start with lead belcher and pick out all the metal bits, such as the protective bars, the guns, and the metal skeleton of the warsuit. I follow up with Abaddon Black and paint in the protective bumpers on the metal cage, the case of the gun, and some parts of the Space Marine itself. I follow up with Brass Scorpion to fill out all the copper bits, such as the heat shields and the fuel canisters. Next I come in with Warpstone Glow to paint all the lenses and Moot Green to highlight them. Next is Retributor Armor to fill in all the gold bits and the little light. And then I use Xerxes Purple and Screaming Skull for the Tyranid Hormigaunt. I use a thick layer of Martian Iron Earth for the base and follow it up with Blood for the Blood God on all the alien guts of the Tyranid. I sculpted these guts from green stuff a year or 2 ago. This model has been in my to-do list for quite a while. Once Blood for the Blood God was applied, I began to wash the entire model. I used Seraphim Sepia on the Tyranid to give it a more organic shade, and I used Known Oil on the Warsuit to give it a more oily, grungy appearance. That does it for this model, and I'm pleased with the results. It's far from the best paint job I've done, but it looks great on the battlefield, and it only took about an hour to complete. I guess after all that, I should show you guys what the desk looks like. So if we... let me take my headset off. So here we have my desk where I edit the video. I've actually currently got the video up. And I've gotten most of the project ready to go. I'll add this in after I'm done recording it, and then I've got one more bit that I plan on recording, and I'll toss that into the very end of the video. So, there's the Warsuit that I painted up for this video. I like it. Here's the bit of terrain that I mentioned, or did I take that out? Well, anyway, I painted up a little bit of terrain earlier in the week, and I was like, no, I'm not going to record that for the video. And then I ended up getting sick, and I thought, wow, I really should have recorded that for the video. But anyway, here's a little piece of terrain I painted up real quick. A little Tau test paint that I did for my roommate who's deciding on a paint scheme. I don't think he's actually going to go with this paint scheme, but I had fun painting him up. He's a cool little dude. I'm really happy with how that little scanner turned out. As for other stuff, I'm planning on finishing this model. I found him in a bits box that was in a consignment box from the hobby store I used to go to where I lived. He's got a few pieces that need to be added, like his backpack is missing, which has a little dragon trophy on it, so I'm still working on him. He's not quite done yet. I got these dice, and I'm going to turn them into real quick Shadowrun dice. So I'm going to paint those up. Other than that, I've got a bunch of empty space. I've got 3D print fluid, which my 3D printer is currently down right now, so I need to get that fixed up. I've got storage, a bunch of storage for a bunch of different things. This used to be where I held my paint, as you can tell, but now it holds different supplies, Mod Podge, Milliput, green stuff. But yeah, that's my desk. So yeah, that should just about be it. It's been a long week, and I'm looking forward to turning this little coffee table into a kill team table, but you know, I gotta go and get the wood for that and the spray paint. I don't want to use my expensive model primers on it, so I'm gonna use something else. Maybe I don't need to paint it. No, I probably should. It looks a little grungy. Yeah, I'll fix this up. Yeah, while I was cleaning up, my cat destroyed the cat carrier that was in here. So I'll show a couple images of that. That got caught in time lapse if you pay close enough attention. Other than that, I hope you liked the video. I'm tired. I'm probably gonna go ahead and grab dinner. Oh, hello. Can you still hear me? Am I muffled through the cat? I'm probably gonna go ahead and grab dinner and let this video render, and then I will upload it, and it's already Sunday, so it should be up in an hour or two. Yeah, I think that's it. Stay safe, and I will see you next week. You have a good one.